Hey guys, today we're taking a look at the Zoids Wild Hunter Wolf that you can see here, but we're going to do things a little differently. There's not going to be an unboxing and you don't get to watch me build it. We're just going to dive right into the footage of it in motion, and I also have some pictures coming up. The reason for that is, well, something went wrong with the audio again, and if you want to know in detail, just stick around until the end. I'll explain then. For now, let's just get started here. So, first off, this is its regular walking mode, which I have to say I find really unimpressive. It looks very sort of herky jerky, the way the mouth moves, and it just sort of drags its feet even worse than most of its wild before it. So, yeah, not a fan of this. The other thing that's really kind of funny to me is that basically, in my opinion, there's never been a Wolfsoid with walking movement that actually looked good, like in the entire history of the line. And this one, in a line where none of them have particularly impressive walking movement, somehow manages to be even worse than the others. So, anyway, here's the first stage of Wild Blast mode. You fold up these wing-looking things and you connect the rotating whatever that is in the back so that it rotates. And then it has a second stage where you fold the fart cannon drill whatever forward, and the wings also open a bit more to do this, whatever this is. Um, yeah. So that's what it does, and here's what it looks like. And my verdict, to be honest, is yeah. If you're going to be selective about which Zoids Wild kits you buy, you might as well give this one a miss. Personally, I'm a completist. I gotta have all of them. I actually bought two of this one like I do all of the others. But it's pretty low on my list of favorites, to be honest. The proportions are okay. I like the collar. I like that it apparently has guns. That's always a plus. And those big wing contraptions, as dumb as they look in Wild Blast mode, when they're tucked away like this, it looks okay. And they do peg into each other nicely. So it all, it stays in place. It doesn't flop around the way it does on the Death Rex. But the whole thing just looks goofy. It never works for me when they design armor that's meant to imitate like fluffy fur, because it just ends up looking like a plastic toy of a fluffy animal. And the head looks weird. The walking movement is garbage. The Wild Blast mode is even worse. Uh, yeah, the build was okay. Unfortunately, you don't get to see that, but that part's okay. Still, though, I mean, I don't know. I know there are a lot of fans of Wolfswoods out there. They're probably excited about this one, and if you are, fine. You're not listening to me anyway. But if you're not, then really you can skip this one. You're not missing much. Okay, so now what went wrong and what I'm going to do about it. The problem is basically that you may or may not have noticed in past videos that I'm recording all of my audio with the headset that came with my cell phone, which is a pretty decent headset, but it's been giving me nothing but grief. I know that the audio is basically the worst aspect of my YouTube videos anyway. And what it's been doing is that for some reason, I can't figure out what it is. When it bumps up against certain things or whatever, something happens to the cable that's not supposed to happen. I get this clicking noise that sounds like I'm banging a straw against the microphone or something. And it happened again this time. I was 100% sure that it was dangling freely, but I still got the clicking noise. I don't know what's causing it, and I am sick of dealing with it. So what I've done is I've ordered a proper USB microphone, and I'm just going to be recording audio separately from now on because I can't deal with this anymore. The shitty audio quality of my videos is bothering me more and more. To be honest, I was already looking at that microphone online and waiting for an excuse to buy it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Since, as you can tell, this is basically my least favorite Zoid in the Zoids Wild line, I decided not to re-record the audio for the build part and sort of narrate it after the fact like I did with the Death Rex. I honestly, the Death Rex is kind of a big deal, and I felt like I needed to have the build footage in there. But for this guy, it's just, I'm sorry, but nah, screw it. We're just gonna do without the build. And I honestly, I've looked at my metrics, and I'm pretty sure that 99.9% of the 2 or 3 people that even watch these videos in the first place just skip right ahead to the build, to the motion footage anyway. So that's there. You can listen to me poo-pooing the kit all over the place because I don't like it. And from now on, we'll have build documentation with better audio. So anyway, I can't say I had fun much making this because it was a giant pain in the ass. I hope you had fun watching it anyway. I don't know what's next. I have a half-finished weathering tutorial that I might finally get around. Otherwise, I'm working on a Kotobukiya Zoid actually for a contest. So that's gonna keep me busy for a couple of weeks, and I may or may not post work in progress updates from that. If not, I may not have anything to post for a while. But I gotta be honest. This is the first time in a long while that I'm building a bigger and more complex kit because I've really just been painting like wargaming miniatures lately, and it's really fun. So yeah, if I disappear from YouTube for a while, it's just because I'm having a ton of fun, and I'll have something really cool to show you guys afterwards. So look forward to that. I don't know, play nice, and I'll see you guys around.